Joined by Rob Parker. Welcome, Rob. Good
What's
morning.
up,
Rob?
Good
How are
morning.
you?
Good morning.
Happy New Year, Shannon.
Happy New Year, Shannon.
Happy New
Happy
Year,
New
Shannon.
Year.
Yes, Joy, what?
Why won't you say it? Say it to me.
No, it was Monday. Today's Wednesday.
It's all
It's
week.
over?
Yes.
It's all week. The
all
first
week.
time you saw me, you didn't see me since Monday.
Seen you for the last year and a half.
Shannon, how will LeBron and Isaiah fit in with the Cavs lineup?
I think they'll be fine. The thing is that Isaiah shot the ball as much as he did last year, Skip, because it was required of him. He's first of all, he's never played with a player the caliber of LeBron James. And then he's never played with another player the caliber of Kevin Love. He's not going to be required to score 30 a night. We know he can get it. He set the Celtics record with the most consecutive 20-point ball games. We know he can go get 50, but that's probably not going to be required of him. It's nice that the Cavs have another scoring option. But to say LeBron James is not going to be able to make it work, when have you ever known LeBron not to make it work with a player?
In the finals. Oh, I'm sorry. We're talking about something else.
Yeah, when they don't show up, when they get
Oh,
hurt.
well, let's see. Okay.
But you know, LeBron going to do what he do. He's a great chef. Give him any ingredients. Guarantee you he'll make it presentable and palatable. You know that. You definitely know that. You witnessed that.
And make sure he uses parsley for presentation.
No, we don't need all that. Skip, I think it'll work just fine. Isaiah has a chip on his shoulder. He knows that he's going to have to play well. He wants a max contract.
He ain't getting no max playing with LeBron.
Whoa. You going to get your opportunity, kid. I was first. He wants a max contract. But it will also help if he helps LeBron get a title. He doesn't need to score 30. He can score 20 and get the max or very close to the max. I don't see a problem with he and LeBron. It's going to work just fine. They're going to one of those guys will always be on the court. Once IT gets back 100%, this thing going to be smooth sailing.
So you say they will be better with IT?
Then Kyrie, probably not, because they're different players. They're different players, totally different players. But they'll get it done. LeBron will make it work with
Wait,
everybody.
you just admitted that Kyrie's better than Isaiah Thomas?
Everybody knows that.
Oh, well, I thought you didn't know that.
Stop playing, Skip.
Huh?
You knew I knew that. I said that. I didn't want Kyrie to go. But he wanted to lead it. He wanted to be a shepherd of his own flock. And I got no problem with that. Because we got the shepherd of all shepherds. We got him. But when you got him, you got to, hey, let him go.
So you're not quite as good as you were a year ago?
No, we're not. We're not.
Okay. You do have that guy named Dwayne Wade?
But Bron might be better than he ever was. Our bench is better. There's no question our bench is better. And that might be our saving grace because LeBron's not going to have to play 42 minutes a night. If we have a lead, if the Cavs have a lead, the bench will no worse keep it at the lead or they might extend it as opposed to LeBron getting a minute, 30-second break after being up 12 and he comes back in the game and they're only up 5.
Your turn, Rob.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good to see Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas is a good player. We all know that. But in this case, for LeBron, IT will turn into Stephen King's It when we get to the
I like that.
postseason. And it will be LeBron's nightmare because he's not Kyrie. And all the experts who rip Kyrie for leaving, and sometimes you better not hope for what you wish for, and they all condemned him saying, how dare you leave the king, and you're going to go somewhere else and it'll never be as good as it was. They've all been wrong about Kyrie. Kyrie is a bigger player than people wanted to acknowledge, and now you see it from what he's done in Boston and just against the Warriors last year in the finals. He averaged 29 points, 47% shooting. Isaiah Thomas against the Warriors last year, 19 points and shot 36%. It's a huge difference. And the idea that LeBron is going to be better than he was a year ago when he averaged a triple-double, which nobody had ever done, and it was a 5-game sweep. Yeah, it had never been done.
It wasn't a 5-game sweep.
It was a 5-game sweep.
Sweep is 4 games.
No, 5 games.
It's a gentleman's sweep.
Exactly.
Stop making stuff up, Rob.
What,
The 4-0 is a sweep. 3-0 is a sweep.
that was a 5-0 sweep. 4-1, 4-1 sweep.
It's a
Felt
gentleman's
like
sweep.
it. Yeah.
It did. Like, they really shouldn't have won. They won that one game when they shot the lights out. And that was the only game that
They should have won
that was
game
it.
3.
No, they choked.
Yeah, they should have won game 3, and thanks to the king, they didn't.
And so all I'm saying is, will it work during the regular season? Absolutely. Isaiah will do his thing. LeBron will do his thing. They'll win enough games in the easy East. But when it comes down to it, he won't measure up. IT will not measure up to Kyrie, and LeBron in the end will be left holding the bag. He'll be 3-6 in NBA Finals, and that whole Michael Jordan talk and the greatest of all time and all that will be buried forever. It'll be done over.
Like he did the Pistons.
Well, I'm not. I don't.
Yeah. You remember that?
I remember. I was there. I covered the game.
Yeah, when he ruined the Pistons, it was
I'm a
over.
reporter.
I was a reporter. It didn't ruffle my feathers.
Yeah, you probably was eating a hot dog at the time. You didn't even watch the game.
By the way, IT has a lot of trouble measuring up to LeBron because when you look at him side by side, I mean, I don't know if he's 5'8".
Is he 5'8"?
Bronny's son might be taller than
maybe. Maybe.
When you
seriously.
look at that picture right there, it is shocking how small he is.
He's a small man.
No,
Rob, okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay, Rob, you 6'4". You proud
I'm
of
a strapping 6'4".
I wouldn't go that
that?
far.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Shannon Sharpe says Isaiah Thomas will not be required to score 30 a game, even though he said, I'm going to average 30 a game for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The problem that you're omitting is that Isaiah requires that he score 30. That's who he is. I'm going to say it again. Different ego than Kyrie. Kyrie's got a big ego, but it's different. Isaiah is a spotlight guy. He basked last night in the post-game spotlight.
How you say Isaiah Thomas' ego is bigger than Kyrie when Kyrie demanded to leave because he couldn't play fiddle to LeBron?
They have similar sized egos, but Kyrie is not an interview guy. He doesn't bask in the post-game spotlight. He doesn't care to be doing the NBA TV interview that Isaiah went on for like 20 minutes last night, and he was great at it. It's who he is. He lights up for that. He lit up for the standing ovation last night, and did he not come out chucking? I was shocked because I thought there'd be a little rust. You thought a lot of rust.
Yeah.
I saw very little rust, and I saw no fear and no hesitation. First 5 minutes before he took a blow, 5 shots. Whew.
Well, we know ain't nothing's wrong with his arm.
Nope,
His arm's
nothing's
fine.
wrong
That
with his
left
arm.
arm is good.
Ooh, wow. So, again, I know it's a very, very small sample size, but if you project it out to 48 minutes, then off last night, Isaiah would be averaging 30.4 shots per game, per 48 minutes, and that would lead the NBA. Will he continue to do this? I don't know. But I just say that even though LeBron is the greatest chef ever, this is going to be a tough ingredient to work in. This is going to be something, this is going to have a whole lot of pepper on it, this spice that you don't want. It's not going to fit with the dish that you're making because it's going to make it taste sour. Whether you like it or not, you won't be able to put enough sugar into this to make it, to balance it out.
Sometimes you want the sweet and the sour. Joy, you know that pop that you get. And guys, that's what LeBron can do, Skip Bayless. If you give him fish, you give him chocolate, whatever you want to do, LeBron will make, ooh, man, you're like, this is the best.
And I still
Fish
say,
and chocolate.
Yeah, he can do it.
You have missed the boat about LeBron's focus this year. And now the boat's going to be in really choppy waters. LeBron this year has concentrated on numbers, on putting up stats. He's become Lestat this year. High minutes, like leading the league much of the year. Not now, but he's been leading it most of the year. And the only way he's ever going to make a case, a long-term case against Michael Jeffrey Jordan, is with career stats. And he's got a shot for the blind witnesses to say, look at these numbers. Shannon Sharpe's going to be saying, look at the numbers he piled up in all these years. He's playing as well in his 15th year as he did in his second or third year when he was entering his prime. So I give you that.
More of them too.
But all of a sudden, this is going to get threatened by that little guy because that little guy needs the basketball, and he's going to shoot it a lot, and it's not going to vibe right with LeBron for a while. He's going to have a hard time trying to figure out, how do I play off this? Because LeBron's gotten a little spoiled this year because he has been dominating the basketball. He's been the point forward or whatever you want to call him.
With Kyrie, absolutely.
That's what was required. Skip, the difference between Isaiah and Kyrie is that Kyrie was the #1 high school basketball player. He's the #1 pick overall. So Kyrie is used to talking. Nobody wanted to talk to Isaiah. The dude is 5'8".
No.
He was a second-round draft pick.
No.
Sacramento didn't want him. Phoenix
That is
didn't want
true.
him. He thought he had found a home in Boston.
And Boston didn't want him.
And come to find out, Boston didn't even want him. And I get it. I got no problem with them trading. Hey, there's a lot of people that would trade their point guard for Kyrie Irving.
Okay, but my bottom line to this is you still, in this game, unlike football, you have to play both ways.
Yeah.
You have to play the defensive end.
Yeah.
And this little man, as great as he is on offense, he plays no defense. And the problem is he's too little to play much defense anyway.
Exactly. It's not that
Especially in playoff basketball
Yeah.
where it's slowed down to more of a half-court
Yeah.
basketball
So now,
game.
Shannon, they're second to last in defense already. The Cavaliers are.
And you add-
So you're going to add him to
but
that
we
mix?
about to go up in offense efficiency, though.
Well, maybe. You could-
That's what we about to do.
Okay, but are you looking at? Are you
You
going
need
to?
defense to win too, Shannon. You know that.
You got to score the basketball. How many teams have ever won without scoring points? How many teams have ever won a baseball game without scoring a run?
Yeah, but
You
Shannon,
can throw 17 shutout innings.
can you compete with Steph and Durant and Clay and Draymond? I mean, scoring
Skip,
points.
It was always going to be a challenge. When you look at the Cleveland roster, they don't have defensive stoppers. Kevin Love is not that guy. D. Wade can't play defense on a nightly basis like that. Kyle Korver, Channing Frye, when you look at Jetty Osman, those are not defensive guys.
Jetty Osman, we're throwing him out there.
Oh, Jetty.
He's
I
a
don't
big
know.
deal now.
I don't know how, you get Jetty, but hey.
That's a first on Undisputed. Jetty Osman.
C-E-D-I is pronounced Jetty, I guess.
Yeah, I actually
Was
like
he in
him.
the group, the Osmonds? I don't remember him.
No.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I like him.
I tell you what, you want something tonight? You like Boston tonight over Cleveland?
Do I? What, you want to bet?
I'm talking to you. I'm
Yeah, I'm
looking at you.
listening. Let's
Whatever,
do it.
make
He's
a lot of
trying to get
yourself.
somebody to bet him.
Yeah.
I'll bet you.
You
Chicken
think-
wings. Come on. What you want? I'm not betting no Jordans.
Yeah, bet
on a
on
regular season basketball
Why
game.
not?
Because we bet on the finals. We didn't bet on a regular season game. What you want to bet?
think Boston's gonna win tonight?
I bet you wings.
All right.
Rob, I got to remind you,
Wingstop.
Boston has the worst shooting bench in basketball, and Boston just has one All-Star. That's it. That's all they're down to. They can defend, but they can't score. And Cleveland just might have the best bench in basketball.
We got the best player. We know one thing. Now, everything else we can get subjective
Cleveland
on.
lost to the Knicks and Nets back-to-back, so they
Yeah.
can lose games.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.